Okay, so we're out of week 3 into week 4 with COVID-19 and actually looking fairly positive. So the question for real estate, people are asking, are there buyers? Well, absolutely. Firstly, there are all those that have actually sold or have deals going unconditional. That was sold actually, primarily the deals were done in March before lockdown. The deals are actually going through and they will settle sometime over the next 2 months. So they have money. They're looking for something to buy and actually they're not able to. We've had 6 phone calls today. We've had, 1 lifestyle block, 2 sections, 2 residential and 1 forestry block. All inquiries on those. And they're saying, well, we want more choice, but there's not very much for these people to buy. The second wave of people are those that flew back home, and there was, I don't know that my figures are exact, but I believe that 40,000 Kiwis flying back home equals about 27,000 homes needed to give them accommodation. Now, whether they buy or whether they rent doesn't matter. Their homes still have to be found, and so therefore somebody will own them. So we were already short of rental accommodation. So that bodes fairly well for the investor market. First home buyers, first home buyers might have had a little bit of a kicking with KiwiSaver, but there are an awful lot that have saved an awful lot of money. Interest rates are lower and are probably going to stay low for the foreseeable future. So therefore affordability is actually greater. So that actually gives the first home buyer, the lower end of the market, actually a fairly good chance of remaining fairly stable. Now, these aren't the only people. One of our salespeople today got a call from Sweden. Now, we're looking at New Zealand, it's the safest place in the world. Now, we would all agree with that, that's why we're here. So we've got the expats coming back, we've got people from Europe, USA, Australia, wherever, actually looking to here to buy and immigrate and actually make this their home. They're not short-term fixers, these people, they're long-term stayers. So then, okay, is it a good time to sell? Well, any time's a good time to sell, any time's a good time to buy, as long as you're in the same market. I think that those that are first up will lead the market to wherever it's going to go. Personally, I don't see it actually changing dramatically. I could be yet proved wrong on that one, and I'm prepared to admit that. But in the short term, I think that it'll remain actually quite stable. So it's just a matter of affordability and actually finding enough stock. Those who are out there first will benefit. If the market is going to change, it'll probably change in a few weeks' time. So therefore, first up, best dressed, the fast will eat the slow. What are the future? Well, as we go down through the lockdown levels, we'll get a bit more freedom. We'll be able to get out there and actually have a really good look through property and view it. At the moment, we are doing digital appraisals or electronic ones. We are getting owners to video or film them so that we've got photography. I think hopefully by the end of next week or in level 3 we will be able to get agents to visit properties and actually do proper physical appraisals. We're not too sure about viewing yet because our offices are still are allowed to be open, but we can't have people come and actually visit the office. So really, we still work from home. Valuers will be able to get out and wander around the outside of a house, and I don't know about building inspectors what they will be allowed to do. But slowly there are more freedoms coming along, and so the conditions actually can be met. Yeah, I think New Zealanders will reassess about what they're going to do, where they're going to live, what sort of work they're going to do. Our economy, yeah, it's had a kicking on a worldwide scale. It's had a kicking. I've lived through 2 GFCs. They hurt a bit. This one here wasn't caused by poor banking. This was caused by disease, which is quite different. We are a strong, innovative, and forward-thinking people. So we will change what we do. We will change our businesses. We will find new ones, and New Zealand will continue on. I like the idea of the tourism between Australia and New Zealand actually being one bubble, or Australia and New Zealand being one bubble. There has to be a whole lot of rules around that, and I'm not an expert on it, but it actually does look good for our economy. Australians will holiday here, and that will help our tourist sector. So that's all from me for this week. I think whatever your politics, this government's actually done a lot to help the situation. They've certainly put a lot of money out into the communities. Franklin is a wonderful place to live. People will look here. The travel to Auckland is now, there's a lot less traffic, it's a whole lot easier. So I suppose all in all, things look actually reasonably good for we here in Franklin. Okay, it's Kevin signing out. Catch you later.